You know, even after working in outsourcing and business process management for over 2 decades, there's still a lot of confusion about what actually works when building offshore teams. I speak to business owners almost every week, especially recruitment agency leaders, and I hear the same questions. Which roles can we really offshore? Will the quality drop? How soon do we see the results? And honestly, I get it. Outsourcing has been oversold and underexplained for years. Everyone talks about the cost savings, but the real story is about capability, structure, and scalability. It's about building a model that actually helps your business grow, not just save money. So in this video, I want to share what I've actually seen work across sectors, desks, and business functions. And I'll walk you through 2 real case studies that show exactly how it all comes together in practice. A bit about my background first. I've spent over 20 years helping UK businesses, mainly recruitment agencies, set up and scale their offshore teams. I worked with companies turning over anywhere from £2 million to over £800 million, helping them lift and shift parts of their operations, from recruitment delivery to admin, back office, and support functions. Many of them started very small, literally with 1 or 2 people, and over time built offshore teams of 50, 100, even 150 people. And the interesting part, they didn't do it just to save money. They did it to build something sustainable, a model that could grow with their business, add capacity, and reduce pressure on their UK teams. Because if you got the appetite to scale, not just reduce cost, you can build something that completely transforms how your business operates. Now, let's talk about where most companies see the fastest returns. If you're in recruitment, and especially in sectors like IT, healthcare, accounting and finance, or if you run temp or contract desks, well, that's your sweet spot. The 180-degree delivery model works beautifully offshore. That's where your offshore team handles everything from sourcing candidates, screening, pre-qualification, booking shifts, basically everything up to the client interaction. And it works for a few simple reasons. It's structured, it's measurable, and it directly impacts your revenue. When your onshore recruiters spend more time talking to clients and candidates instead of searching and screening, your business starts to move faster. And typically, if you get the setup right, you'll start seeing ROI within 90 to 120 days. Now, that's not the theory. That's what we see consistently across projects. Let me give you a real example. Earlier this year, a boutique IT recruitment agency in Manchester reached out to us. They were small, ambitious, but stretched thin, like a lot of agencies where the directors and the team of highly experienced consultants are doing everything from sales to delivery. We placed one experienced recruiter with them, someone with over 4 years of UK recruitment experience. Their total investment over 4 months was circa £5,000. In the same time, that offshore recruiter generated over £80,000 in additional fees. That's circa 16 times the ROI under half a year. No increase in the UK headcount, no extra office space, no compromise on quality. They've now added another recruiter, aiming to double down on their growth next year. That's what happens when you treat outsourcing as building a team, not just outsourcing tasks. Now, let's look at the other end of the spectrum. Back in 2011, I worked with one of the top 10 healthcare recruitment groups in the UK. They came to us because they wanted to improve their compliance processes and manage locum bookings more efficiently. We started with just 7 people offshore, mainly focused on compliance and shift booking. Over the next 8 years, the team grew to about 150 people. They just didn't handle compliance and bookings. They eventually managed the out-of-hours cover across branches, entire back office, including payroll and accounting. And because of that offshore engine every branch across the UK could process more candidates, make them compliant faster, and fill more shifts. Now, that setup didn't just cut costs, it enabled scale. They could grow, add new branches, and take on more clients without being limited to admin capacity or compliance team's capacity. That's what a properly built offshore model can do for you. Once you got the delivery right, the next natural step is expanding into mid-office or non-revenue functions. Things like market mapping, lead generation, LinkedIn outreach, compliance, contractor care. These work especially well in sectors like finance, insurance, accounting, legal, and life sciences, particularly for seniority roles where salaries are circa 75K sterling and above. Now, these aren't just instant ROI functions, but they are essential. They build your long-term growth engine. They feed your recruiters, your BD team, and your leadership with the right data and insights. Now, here's what most people don't talk about: why some offshore models fail. Well, it's almost never about the talent or capability. It's usually about the structure and the expectations. Companies either jump in too early without defining clear processes or outcomes, or they treat the offshore teams as assistants, not real team members. The businesses that succeed are the ones that align everything: processes, KPIs, communication, accountability, so their offshore teams feel just as connected as their local ones. That's when you stop outsourcing and start building an offshore capability. So, if you're a recruitment business or a UK company exploring offshoring, start where ROI is measurable. Focus on delivery roles, 180-degree desks, and structured processes. That's where you'll start seeing the impact within 90 to 120 days. And if you found this useful, check out my 5-minute micro episode on the 3 outsourcing traps most businesses fall into and how to avoid them before you even start building your offshore team. If you'd like to explore what this could look like for your business or just benchmark your current setup, drop me a message or connect with me here today. After 2 decades and hundreds of builds, I can tell you it's not about location or cost. It's about building the right capability the right way. Thanks for tuning into the Recruitment Curry podcast. Keep growing, keep thriving, and carry on.